everything is fine. We're coping. Um, because of the pandemic and everything going on, it's not been easy, but we're coping.
But how does it feel? Because I know you've not really had major shows in the last 3 to 4 months. So how have you coped?
Actually, what can I say about that? It's not very easy for every one of us here. As you can see, this is affecting everybody, isn't it? And it's affecting the whole world in general, not just one person. And most especially we in this field, the music industry, entertainment industry, a lot of us are jobless at the moment. Only few of us that have another job, that have another place we can go or something else to fall back on. Only few of us that we're still, yeah, we're still going, but it's fine. Everything is going to be over very soon, I believe.
Yeah, it will. Let's talk about DELE Activa. So how does it feel being one of the leading music stars in London and entertaining?
Uncle, you said leading. I'm so flattered. um, it's not been easy, actually, you can say, because it's a very challenging job.
Yeah.
Especially being a woman in the midst of all these great men. I'm not gonna say it's a very easy thing to do,
Okay.
but you just have to stay there. It is what I have passion for, and it is what when you have passion for something, you just keep going. No matter what happened, no matter what the competition, no matter what the challenges, you just keep going. That's what I think.
So how did you discover your talent in music?
Okay, this is the same question everybody likes to ask me. Um, to be sincere, a lot of people think I started music in London, or when I got to United Kingdom. But I actually started music way back in, I would say, 90. Professionally, I go on stage 1995. You know, I'm one of the few ones that started in the church.
Hmm.
You know, um, you
Which
know,
church? Which church? And where?
it's a very local church in Ocean State, in
Oh,
Elisha.
okay.
It's called Rapture Evangelical Ministry. It a kind of a Pentecostal church, gospel church, I would say. Then from the choir, we'll sing, we'll do concert, we'll go to places for revival and everything. That is how I started initially. That is how I discovered myself that I can actually sing. Yeah.
Okay.
And when I was in the choir, then I can remember we do have something like a choir band, that if anyone in the church is doing something, then instead of going outside and hire some people or some musician professionals, we do go to do it for free then. So that's how it all started.
Okay. So when you left Nigeria for the UK, was it how did you decide? Okay, let me go into music, or was it
Um,
how did all of that happen?
because I've been singing right from Nigeria.
Okay.
And again, from my school days, we go out to do parties, we do shows, we do, run Nigeria and all the locals, all the states in Nigeria then. And I actually choose, to be sincere, I choose to, because it's been my passion from day one. So I actually choose that I'm going to want to travel out of the country, and I want to pursue the music, and I want to do that. That's my, what motivated me. It's seeing a lot of top ones traveling around doing music, worldwide, not just in Nigeria alone. So I just decided, you know what, I have to travel.
Okay. Talking about when you started the London beat,
Yeah.
what can you recollect? What year and how did it start for you? Was it slow? How did it start?
Everybody have to start very slow. I
Okay.
can't actually remember. I can't actually remember the day, but I can remember the year. And
Okay.
what happened was, I can remember I was in Leicester City, and things were not really moving in Leicester, because if you look at it, a lot of musicians lives in London. You can few people live outside London, but at the same time, you have to be in the center, isn't it, to actually get known. You have to be in the center. So I decided to leave. Leicester City to London. And I have, I call few people, you know. I don't know why I'm not saying anything, but I can see you. That's good. Um,
I can
I
also see
decided,
you.
okay, okay. Is it clear enough for you?
It's not clear. It's a bit hazy.
I don't know why.
It's not so, okay. But go on. Go on.
Okay.
Your
Yes.
voice is, we can hear
So,
your voice. Yeah.
okay, all right. So then I decided to move down to London. I call few friends, few colleagues, I would say, my colleagues now. You know, I just call few people, what is it like in London? I would like to move down to London to start. It was really very slow because
Okay.
when you go somewhere new, yes, of course, it's going to be very slow. You have to actually, because there's some people that have been doing it before you get there. So you have to queue behind them. That's what happened. Yeah. It was really slow when I first started. Yeah.
So how have you coped with the competition in your sector in London? Because I know there's so many good people like you who are into music there. So how do you cope with the competition?
Um, I would say if you look into the music in the UK,
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit different from Juju music in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah. In the UK, what happened is we know there's a lot of competition because it's not very easy to play Juju music abroad, as a lot of people know this. It is a little bit difficult, quite a little bit different from playing in Nigeria.
What's the difference?
The difference, I would say, in the UK, when I was in Nigeria, when I'm going to perform or something, I have full bands. I have a lot of instrumentalists. We work together. Sometimes I do have 25 people on my stage. Do you understand what I mean? And you know, but when you get to abroad, or let me use UK, when you're in the UK, it's quite different. You know, because you have all these instrumentalists that have their own job as well. So it's very difficult for you to actually have that band base, people that actually work for only you. So it's kind of very challenging. Yeah.
So what kind of music will you say you sing? Tell us a bit about the kind of music you sing. You're still going to sing for us. A lot of your fans and viewers are watching you from
Oh, it's
every.
a shame I can't see them. Anyway, I do juju music,
Okay.
majorly juju music, juju high
Okay.
life music, and I do a bit of gospel. So I would say my music style is a bit it's contemporary. You know, it depends on what you want. I'm able to do every bit of every music, but my main base is juju high life gospel music. You
Okay.
know, but every
So,
other thing just come,
okay.
by the side. Yeah.
Would it be similar to what they call alujo in Nigeria? I don't know whether
I
it's
can
similar.
see Femi or not to go photography. He says sing, sing, sing.
Yeah.
Oh, not see you, Femi.
Is this similar to alujo? What we call alujo in Nigeria? The beats, your beats.
Juju
Is it
music,
fast paced?
Juju music is both fast and slow tempo. Juju music
Okay.
is agito and slow, whatever anybody can call it.
Okay.
Now, Juju music is not just the fast tempo one, and it's not just the slow one. Your crowd actually pick what you sing and pick the tempo you go.
Okay.
Sometimes. So, and it depends on what you want to do anyway. It depends on what you want your music to actually be. It
Okay.
depends on what you want to put out there to people. Yeah.
Okay. You've been singing now for how long?
Uncle, 1995. That's like 25 years ago. That's like 25 years now. It's been a
No.
long time. I know a lot of people will go like, how old is she? Well, it is a long time. It is.
So how do you plan to celebrate? Or you don't want to celebrate
To celebrate what?
like
Live on stage.
years of
Okay.
being on
Actually,
stage?
that's a good question. I never done that before. And I don't know why, but I just never go into, doing, 20 years on stage, 15 or 25 years on stage. But I might. Never say never. I might want to do it one day. Maybe come to Nigeria to do it big. Okay, okay,
Yeah, one day. Do you miss going for shows and parties?
At the moment,
Yes.
that's it. I miss it greatly, so much. Like everybody miss it. Of course, every musician in at the moment will be missing a lot of, not just the fun, because we have passion for this thing as well. It's not just the business side of it, So everybody, I really miss it. Yeah, I can't wait because I have a lot of my bookings being postponed to next year, and I was going like, oh no, Mr. Boris, just lift the lockdown. Let's go out. Yeah, I really do miss it.
At the time the news came that there was COVID and all that, how did you take it at that time? What went through your mind?
I don't think everybody think it's gonna be like this. I think a lot of people just think it's like, okay, we have a virus, it's gonna be like a flu, everybody can still go out. When the lockdown came, everybody was thinking maybe a week, 2 weeks. I was actually telling people, I have some of my clients that called, and I was telling them, let's give it a month. Do you understand what I mean? Because I have that particular month, I have like 3 different weddings. And they called me, I sent an email to them, and we had a meeting. We have an online meeting, and they were going like, don't worry, we'll shift it to, everyone was very worried, but we did actually know what was going to happen, But it is what it is. It's better to be safe than to be sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why.
Yeah. You must have a favorite song. Can you sing for us?
My favorite song?
Yeah.
That's
like you like singing that a lot of your fans will also relate to and all of that. It would be nice to have.
Oh, my song, or any Juju music
Any song that you like singing.
These things. If you notice me, Uncle, I like different type of song because I grew up with a lot of old music.
Okay.
Because of the love of my dad has got a lot, very good passion for Juju music. And I think I pick it from that, listening
So
to
who are those who influenced you? Who are the old Juju
the
musicians who
old
influenced
one that influenced me actually. I grew with the like of King Sunny Ade, Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey, you know, Dayo Kujore, Ike Dairo, Rex Loxin, Tonji Oyelano, name it. I just grew up with a lot of, and the best one for me then, because a lot of people actually think I was gonna go Orlando Major because I sing Orlando like mad, and I love Orlando. I know, like, I always make it like a joke to people that, oh my God, I know you're gonna say Orlando. I see someone say Orlando.
Yes,
I know you're gonna say
so
that.
How do you get the voice? That's Orlando voice.
I have a lot of good singers, that I know back in Nigeria that pick Orlando like 100%.
Okay.
I don't think I pick the voice 100%, but if you notice all my stage performance, I have I don't have this girly soprano voice kind of, I train my voice to be juju typical,
Okay.
that is how I train my voice. So I was able to actually twist it around when I go to Orlando, or I go a little bit low. But I just love the song. I love it. My dad loved it a lot. And I grew up with it, and I know a lot of it. And I have a lot of fans that love Orlando. So anytime I go for a show or wedding or something, they're still waiting for that 20 minutes Orlando. They're still going like giving me face, like, do you want Orlando? Yeah. But I love Dayo Kujore a lot. A lot. I love Dayo Kujore. He's my daddy. I love him. I love his song so much. His song kind of give me this lovely rhythm. Lovely, it's beautiful. Yeah, I love his song a lot.